certainly deserves that in this industry. He is one of the most popular bloggers around. He is a best-selling author. Notably, he is Google's digital marketing evangelist. Please welcome our keynote speaker, Avinash Kaushik.
Can I do a quick sidebar? I have the privilege of speaking at a lot of conferences, and I get to work with a lot of really fantastic people. But there is one person above and beyond all who is my just absolute favorite, and that's Marilyn. And where's Marilyn? There she is. And this is the last SES New York show that Marilyn is putting together. So let's give her a big round of applause. I love Marilyn, so I'll miss her a lot. Okay, so good morning and welcome to SES New York. It should not surprise you that I think this is a fantastic quote. I have a lot of books. Look at the covers; they're so pretty. I have a blog, right? And of course, I'm the co-founder of Markemotive, and its entire purpose in life is to train you and certify you in everything to do with this quote. But there is a second part of this quote that I like a lot more. And it's amazing that a Kenyan farmer is the author of this quote. And I really think that in the world that we live in, we've let information that we have access to become the hero rather than what we actually do with it. And most of us actually quite suck at this. So the thing that I want to try to do today in the hour that I have, 59 minutes, is to try and tell you my perspective on how to do a lot more with what we have access to, and not be in this insane hoarding mechanism of trying to get access to ever more data. And the thing that the recommendations I have come from is this idea of trying to figure out how to scale, like literally, how do you do many things at the same time while being supremely efficient at doing them? And there are three things that I'm personally quite passionate about. I love trying to understand how we find people and influence them. Right? So as you blast ads on TV or buy search ads on Google, or you do Facebooking, etc., how do you actually find people and how do you influence them at scale? Because to me, it has been transformative as to what our power has been in this area over the last sort of 15, 20 years or so. The other thing I'm insanely passionate about is the idea of the experience you deliver to people once you find them, right? When I open your website or your mobile app, or I walk into your store, what is the experience like? Because it is so often that marketing essentially means that we're going to shove as many people through the door as we possibly can. And somebody else is responsible for disappointing them, right? And like just do a quick query on Bing and look at the landing pages, right? And have a succometer because it will break no matter what the upper altitude is. So I love this idea of trying to figure out how do you deliver enormously awesome experiences. And the last thing is, you don't want to do these things without creating value, right? So creating value for the consumers who are there, and creating value for the businesses that we run. And I tend to live here in the middle. Right? How do you figure out how to, at scale, find people and engage with them and bring them to your experience and deliver such joy and delight to them that they cannot help give you money? And I wanted you to have this context because everything I'm going to talk about today is centered on these three things. Some people like to have the Venn diagram named like this, and I'm okay with that. And